hola, hola. Welcome. Paris Finney, creative director extraordinaire from Seven Sun Media. And today, we're reviewing a bow and arrow set. So let's just get right into it. Officially on Amazon, this is called a D&Q Archery 50-inch takedown bow and arrow set for adult 30-pound, 40-pound metal riser right-hand longbow kit for beginners to intermediate hunting target, aka takedown bow. So what does that come with, this takedown set we're talking about? Let's break it down in this magical way. So you get stabilizer, riser, rest, shelf, sights, both limbs, and this wicked string. That's part one. Part two, you get this wicked plastic tube. Off with its head! And inside this quiver tube, you receive 6 full-length 100-grain arrows. Look at these guys. Boom. And you get these targets. You also get finger tap, and you get this arm guard so you don't slap the base on your wrist or on your forearm, because that is terrible. So for the magical price of $99 to roughly $105, depending on whether you get these wicked colorful arm straps, you get this bow and arrow. Pros and cons. Pros: for that cheap price, you get a full bow and arrow. I mean, look, you pull it up, you can show up at a party as a hunter, and then you pull it back. Never dry shoot, for the record. Anybody who's actually an archer knows this, but it does its job. The pros are very portable. This can be adjusted, this can be removed, and the pieces are very good for someone who's a beginner. Like, you've never shot a bow and arrow before, not a bad look. You take it to the forest, maybe shoot at some trees. I don't know about hunting. I don't want to make any vegans or vegetarians upset about people hunting game, but hey man, we humans out here. So you have a nice portable bow for less than what it would cost a year subscription of Amazon Prime. So the cons, however, and this is where it's gonna get very interesting, y'all. I've been shooting, like I mentioned, for a while. And when it comes to bow and arrow and archery, for me, it's about accuracy and speed. The issue with this bow and arrow, it's flimsy. Flimsy sights. Yo, zoom in on this sight one time. Check this sight out, dude. Look, when typically we got sights, you have some kind of measurement tool, maybe an inch, centimeter, so you can be specific. If I missed my target by an inch, I want to be able to adjust that by an inch. But having these 2 aluminum pieces here that screw in like some broken clock is not gonna make my shot accurate. This sight that it's attached to is flimsy aluminum, and it bends. If it bends, how do you shoot accurately? Impossible. So, part one of my con list. Part two of my con list is my rest. Zoom in on this rest one time, dude. I'm gonna make this cameraman work for this. Look at this rest. Cool, right? It's got a little brush, so every time you shoot your bow and arrow, it like cleans it like a little car wash, but no. Check this out. Move flims here. You take your bow and arrow like so. You make sure your fletching is right side up. Stick it into the arrow car wash like so, right? And you wanna nock it. When I'm inside trying to nock this bow and arrow, and I will not fire, everybody in this set is safe. When you're trying to nock this bow, my problem is there wasn't a knocking point on this, and what a knocking point is, a little brass piece you put here so the arrow stays straight. Usually when you're knocking the arrow, it should be tight enough where it's not gonna flip up and down. You see this? The worst thing you can do is try to shoot a bow and arrow when it doesn't attach to the string itself, dry shooting your bow, potentially compromising the limbs and the riser itself. So when you're putting it, back to the point, when you're putting it to this car wash point here, it's nice that it stays mostly stable, but why would they have the rest above the shelf? You can't shoot straight if it's going to be curved down ever so slightly. So I spent a lot of time trying to adjust the length of the rest, the length of the relationship between the riser and the rest, and I struggled every time. Never are 2 shots the same. And so if I'm trying to shoot for sport, if I'm trying to, even if I was trying to shoot game, if I'm not able to shoot my target as expected, how is that going to make sense in the long term of things? And so it's not the best piece of equipment when it comes to someone who takes the sport seriously, like I do. So, when it's all said and done, when the sun sets, how do we feel? It's a bail. I do not like this bow at all. I mean, we got insurance from this thing so we can return it for a full money back guarantee, and best believe man gonna do that one time. All right, so we were previously asked to make a recommendation. If you're gonna bail on a product, at least have a follow-up. So what we did find that was also equally in the same price and performance. So far, I haven't shot with this bow particularly, but based on the reviews, based on the information, and based on the photos of what you're able to get, there's one piece that I'm like, you know what, this is the one. The Tide recurve bow, an arrow set for adult and youth beginner wooden takedown recurve bow, 62-inch right-handed with ergonomic design for outdoor training practice, 20 to 50 pounds, close parentheses. Now, what is interesting about this said bow is the riser that you get has those little inches, has the specifics that you can pinpoint where you want to adjust your shot for every time having the same shot accuracy. On top of that, the limbs come apart a lot more easy, and you still get the cool arm guard, you still get the fingertips. You get a lot of the things that were mentioned in the same previous bow, but you have more a stable wood finish that is gonna look way doper for one, and more likely than not is going to shoot more accurately. So within this game, accuracy is key. And so there it is, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to be a Sagittarian super archer like your boy out here, make sure you shoot accurately, make sure you practice often, and make sure you get a good tool because you don't want to buy garbage. So that's it, the end of the show. If you have a product you want to review, that we should review, or a product recommendation, alternative, like, subscribe, share, direct message us, send a carrier pigeon, try to telepathically communicate with us at hello@7sunmedia, or DM us at 7sunmedia, and we'll get in contact. We love doing this stuff, and so please, by all means, find us. Until then, we out. Later. Make it rain fletchings in the streets.